the senior honored just before the game here on Senior Day.
We are ready for the opening face-off. Thanks so very much for being with us. Princeton at 479, 48% on the face-off this year. Penn is about 46, and Princeton will have first possession from right to left.
And Andrew Mcmeekin wins it on his own. Princeton, for a long time, really, for the greater part of the last decade, has relied on their wing play to win face-offs with Jake Stevens and others that were just ground ball machines. This year, Andrew Mcmeekin has emerged as someone that can win the face-off on his own as Gianfrancaro shows off some snazzy stick work.
He crossed the midway line at 59 seconds. The Penn bench did not like it. They do get it back here, but it looked like there should have been.
Arceri, who is making his way up the freshman record books, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, those two guys, 2 more points now for Burns. Could get he and Kabiri each to 30 points on the season. Be the first time ever that a freshman duo for the Tigers been able to accomplish that.
And there have been some tremendous freshmen on this field, especially in recent history. Who's held Mcmeekin in check, but that leaves some room for the freshmen to work, and they have done so.
For the ensuing face-off, ground ball picked up by the taker in Costanzo, the sophomore from Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Penn will look to move from left to right and get on the board here. More than 11 minutes to start without a goal.
And that gives a little breathing room and confidence for the defense, having a 2-goal lead. And as we said, in Princeton's 2 Ivy League losses, it's been a lot of the story can be told in terms of possessions. You get on a run, start playing a little make it, take it. It's a recipe for success, but a violation here by Mcmeekin is going to give a possession to the Quakers.
3 of the first.
Princeton and Penn, quite a rivalry in the Ivy League with a lot on the line.
This game was scoreless, 11:01 into the game. Tigers win the ensuing face-off, cleanly jarred away, and a caused turnover for the Quakers.
And that can change the wing strategy. Mcmeekin likes to push it forward. Does Penn then bring the wings to the defensive half to prevent transition? And Mcmeekin this time wins it to himself towards the defensive half.
Levels up the face-off mark at 3 apiece. Tigers get another possession. The game clock and shot clock.
Memory, it was electric here at Sherrod Field, and a star-studded crowd too. I saw the reaction shot. Jeremiah Tyler, a standout on the football team who got a look in the NFL. Michael Sowers was in the front row celebrating. Quite an alumni turnout that day, and they got a treat. And Chris
here, 8 multi-point games. And 6 of those 8 games, not just multi, but 4 or more points. And Walsh grabs his first goal there. Tigers looking to answer. Oh, there it is! Andrew Mcmeekin! Fogo 4-3!
And that is something Princeton has not had in recent years. Andrew Mcmeekin, he can win the face-off by himself, scoop the ground ball, and get the goal. That's one way to pack up the stat sheet in a matter of seconds. What a job. And no time to catch his breath. Right back to the X goes Andrew Mcmeekin. He is an athlete at the face-off X. And talking to head coaches this season, we bring up Andrew Mcmeekin, and they always talk about what an athlete he is at that position.
Can he go back to back? 6th goal for Mcmeekin all in the last 7 games.
And a huge win for Penn.
Looking to answer. Now they'll dish it off, but still looking to answer, of course.
That's the recipe for kind of this back and forth match. Professional career as well before taking the helm at Princeton.
Head coach of the Quakers, Mike Murphy, in his 15th season, who have matched up plenty of times. 104 wins. Quickly off the face-off. There it is again. The Tigers and Mcmeekin up by 4 in the second.
Unbelievable pushes it forward, and there was no doubt. I don't even think he looked to the left and right. He had one thing in mind, and that's a high-to-high shot, beating one of the best goalkeepers in the country, and that's exactly what Andrew Mcmeekin executed there. What a job thus far. 2 tallies and a ton of ground balls for number 32.
7th of the year for Mcmeekin, 2nd of the game. And the faux goal is alive and well here at Sherrod Field. It will be a violation. I think that's okay if you score twice.
Tyler Sandoval, the senior, gets out there, but he went a little bit early. They are very much still alive. And if Princeton ends the season with 3 Ivy League wins, if they are tied with Brown with 3 wins, they don't get in. If they are tied with Harvard at 3 wins, they do get in as a result of those respective tiebreakers.
Brown gets Harvard next weekend, so the opportunity for 3-way tie, not possible.
Yeah, and then there's the 2-win scenario with goal differentials, and I won't start doing the math on that.
Dartmouth led that game, by the way, 10-9. Brown ending it on a 5-1 run. And Tigers, of course, were getting ready for this one, but that would have been a big-time bonus.
And a 5-goal lead, I mean, that completely changes.
8-4.
The Sloppy Joe, pretty good. And it's not the, there's 2 different Sloppy Joes, and the one up there has the cold cuts, delicious.
I've got a different answer, I'll tell you off the air. 8-4, and we're gonna get a violation here. And Penn will get another possession. Now suddenly, score here, back to 3. Edward Arnold is out there, who is the only other player to 21. These halftime stats presented by Ironworkers Local 399, local skilled craftsmen who are building Princeton's future. Here we go with the second half. Violation, Princeton will have it. And away we go, Tigers in the home whites, Princeton orange numbers, black trim from right to left. Penn Quakers will go from left to right in the Penn blue tops with the white numbers and shorts.
And you see how long those shadows are right now. So now it's potentially in the face of Michael Gianfrancaro on the right side of the field on your screen. So if you shoot kind of from the sideline.
This week, his first multi-goal game of the season. 2 goals. And he's got 2 early in the 3rd quarter now. Plenty of time still to play, of course. Mcmeekin trying to win another. Flag is out. Penn is going to go to the EMO. And they get a bonus as well and score. Flag is on the field. Another extra man goal for Penn. Both teams have now scored 1 goal in the second half. We've played less than 4 minutes. So much to be decided. That was tapped in by Mcmeekin. Wow. Left his feet, used the cross legally as his body was probably of the year for Dunphy. That'll be a like, favorite, post it on the wall, frame it, all of the above type of play for Princeton, especially if the Tigers could come out with a win. They're in fantastic shape to do that here, and they're going to get it on this fight after the face-off.
Love that from Marquez White. He served the penalty, and sometimes that can make you play a little more.
It's 6-6, 5-5 in the last 10. We can keep going further down. The last 3 meetings have been all decided by 1 goal, perhaps trending a different direction. Princeton will get it off the violation on the face-off out of the timeout.
3rd goal of the season with 6:08 left to go in the 3rd.
And that's back-to-back goals scored by names you probably wouldn't get to if you guessed 5 or 6 names first.
And I think that last 3 games in this matchup have come down to the wire. 1 goal differential, 2 went to overtime. I would be shocked if this one doesn't end up being really tight at the end of the 4th.
Mcmeekin picks up the face-off, looking to enter and get the offense going. It looks like the Tigers will be able to do just that. By the way, that's 3 goals for Skane.
So those 2 not as strong in terms of the strength of schedule, but if Princeton gets 4 Ivy League wins, they could have a shot at an at-large, even if they don't win the Ivy League tournament. And Penn has a good...
By 5. The teams have traded goals since it was 8-3, back and forth to 5-4, 4-5 in terms of the margins. Tigers might have moved early there.
It looked like it from here. And, you know, Princeton with a 5-goal lead, but they took that 2-0 lead to get things started. And I'll mention it one more time, and then I promise I won't again. But in their 2 Ivy League losses, down by 6 against Cornell and Brown in the second.
All the time, but especially in the fourth quarter. A big role, especially for the Quakers. Oh boy, could it be Mcmeekin again? No.
Ooh, a late whistle.
That was late.
They do blow it. It's either perfect timing or a touch late. They'll say it was a touch late. Mcmeekin has had himself a day. Played extremely well. A freshman out of Denver, Colorado. Went to school in Maryland, though. Hotbed of lacrosse, obviously. And White wins the ground ball. And no flag right in front of the Princeton bench. Cheering for.
Also great for the broadcast, too, and our entire team. I think we should advocate for that more and more, not just on senior day. +4, looking for the quick answer, skipped just wide. Good effort by Ethan Costanzo, the face-off man for Penn, looking for a face-off goal. And does keep, though, and still plenty of time, 4-goal margin, though. Certainly agree with that assessment. 4:16 to go, 3-goal game. Second time we've been at 3 in this fourth quarter. Shoveled ahead, the fight is on, look out.
Good no call there. I think Penn voluntarily left its feet. It's similar to what we were talking about with Mcmeekin. A spark when your face-off guy takes it alone. That puts a multiplier on that. I mean, you can't make it up. Senior day, one of the best goalies in recent history to wear the Tigers stripes, and he pays it off with his first goal of his career in a big spot in the fourth quarter against an arch rival with a lot of implications.
So there's a penalty against Penn for 1 minute. It was announced as against Cam Rubin. Cam Rubin's on the field, so something must be a bit off. And there's actually, is there anybody in the penalty?
Still 12 behind the all-world player Michael Sowers, who set a lot of records here as a Tiger.
1 minute to go. Princeton will move to 3-2. The Tigers will not clinch a berth in the postseason, but they will continue to control their own path to the postseason. It'll come down to next week. There will be scenarios where if they lose, they can also get in.
If Harvard beats Brown, they're in regardless of their performance against Yale next week, but that's not, you don't want to leave it up to 2 teams. And Dunfield jogged this